I should have seen their intentions when my grandmother was getting sick. I was the youngest of the grandchildren, and I was the one who was expected to go over there at least once, twice a week to do her shopping, to call her several times a day. If I didn't, I would hear about it. What are you doing to her? I would get guilt from my mom, from my aunt. I would get calls from my cousins. Are you okay? We heard you weren't feeling well. What's wrong? The truth of the matter is, they knew that I was the one that they could all dump their caregiving duties on. After all, I was the youngest grandchild. I was young and single when I first started doing it, but I was dating my wife. And it didn't matter that I wanted to go out with her, that I had to sacrifice days of not seeing her to go over there. It was kind of sick because I saw her more than her own children, than her own daughters. I talked to her more than her own daughters. Her own daughters might have called her every other day. I was expected to call her once, twice a day. I did all of her shopping for her. Yes, she paid me back, but that's not even the point. The point is, I was expected to do all of this, and I was young. How many 23-year-olds are expected to take care of a woman who's in her 70s? Shouldn't that be her children who are in their 40s and 50s taking care of their mother? I mean, isn't that the way it's supposed to be? The family was a shame-based family. They knew how to make me feel bad. I felt bad ever since I was a little kid. I felt responsible for the breakup of my folks, even though my mom got divorced when I was less than a year and a half old. I always felt it was my fault. If only I wasn't born. That's sick and dysfunctional. You know, this is a cautionary tale. If you're young and you're being expected to take care of a grandparent, think about it. You're only young once in a life. It's hard. Shouldn't your parents, if they're capable of doing it, do it? I mean, after all, they're what? At least 20 years older than you? Isn't it more their responsibility? Parents take care of children. When children get older and parents get sick, parents are when parents get older and children are older, they're expected to help with the care of their parents. They shouldn't pass it off on the grandchildren, or at least one grandchild. Maybe it should be divided between them. After all, she had 5 grandchildren who lived around her. Only one of them was expected to go over there on a regular basis. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I really messed up my life. I really messed up my wife's life. I should have focused on us. I really wish we would have just moved away. Because at the time, we could have moved across the country. I could have taken her last name. They would have never found me. I could have changed my name. I know it sounds extreme, but sometimes you have to do extreme measures if you want a life. Just a cautionary tale.